Niu MQi GT Evo, 2022, on review. Tons of tech and security built in. The Niu MQi GT Evo is the sportiest scooter yet from the Chinese firm and boasts 125 equivalent performance for a 125 equivalent price. If electric bikes fail to stir the soul like their internally combusted counterparts, then the pragmatic inner-city runabout market ought to be a natural stomping ground for them. When was the last time you pursed your lips and rubbed your thighs for a petrol twist-and-go, after all? As a tool for the job of getting you to work or college, the Niu works just fine. The twin batteries are good for around 60 miles of city riding, which is more than enough for most daily commutes, and then you can either plug the bike in for 5 hours or remove the batteries and take them inside to a 3-pin plug. Ride quality and brakes. The Niu is nimble enough around town with its skinny, 14-inch wheels and CST tires and has the turning circle of a shopping trolley. For zipping around in traffic and up and down inner-city pavements, I have no complaints. The linked brakes are also more than powerful enough for a small scooter. The issues come when you start to apply a little more lean angle. With a 69 mph top speed, it may be tempting to see what the GT Evo is capable of in the bends, but unfortunately the center stand grounds out almost immediately. When you are riding such a quiet bike, the sound of steel on asphalt comes as a real shock. Engine. The GT Evo's 5 kW motor, equivalent to about 6.7 brake horsepower, means it's plenty fast enough to keep up with town traffic and in sport mode will cope with short blasts in national speed limits, too. Unlike a conventional twist-and-go 125 where you rev the engine and wait for the CVT to feed power to the rear wheel, the Niu jumps straight off the line as soon as you're ready. I found that I left it in sport mode most of the time, but I can see that using the less powerful modes would make sense in heavily congested 30 mph or 20 mph zones. Reliability and build quality. Niu are a Chinese firm, but they're a long way from building knockoff versions of existing Western or Japanese models. The GT Evo feels nicely put together with cool, modern styling and impressive, customizable TFT dash. Not only that, but the Niu comes with its own SIM card which allows it to update its own software overnight, if left outside, and give you live GPS positioning and journey tracking through a mobile phone. Value versus rivals. Here's the rub, the Niu costs £4,099 with the revised government electric vehicle grant, and that's £550 more than a Honda PCX. That means you could buy a new PCX, helmet, gloves, jacket, lock, VD and insurance, provided you live outside London, for the price of the GT Evo alone. The Niu can have as many gadgets and gizmos as it likes, but while it's cheaper and easier to buy a petrol scooter, the majority of riders will. Equipment. As I touched on above, the Niu's electronic spec is mightily impressive. From the app you are able to customize almost everything from the TFT display to the way the keyless ignition works. You can set it so you jump on and right away or have to push a button on the fob to start it up.